Howdy everyone, welcome. Alrighty, howdy, hey Don Dubious, hey Pies, hey Chris, hey J Money, and I don't think that's everybody, but you never know. How are we doing this evening? Hopefully everything is good. Yeah, there we go. Hey everybody. Oh no, I'm slightly askew. Whatever could be wrong. Okay, so for some reason, Baritone does not want to build. Like, it doesn't want to walk. I have to walk it. But it will automatically place if I'm, like, going in a direction. It's very strange. It's like it doesn't know where to try and go or something. I don't know. Day 2 of Brutalism. Okay. You know, we'll, so, I mean, it is something of a, you gotta practice, you know, like with anything, if you're trying something new, you gotta practice at it. How are you, Cooperator? Hey, Mike M. Welcome. Hey, Reg, you're here. Oh, I'm happy to have you here, Reg. Alrighty, well, let's see. I've mostly just, what did I do all day? I didn't do a whole lot today. I was having some troubles with, because, you know, the lag and the stuff, the server will occasionally shit itself. It's not like the end of the world. I've been trying to sort of shape up the bits that Alpha built that was not exactly aligned with the schematic. I made a new schematic, by the way, and that's like the finalized schematic of the place. So I've gotten the right half done. I'm now doing the left half. And I forgot how quick it is to build and how painful it is to build. You know, it's a mixed bag. Oh well. So I'm trying to get these slabs finished. Because having a nice broad, flat, open area is, I don't know, it's nice to have. Avatar is not bugged. Don't worry about it, Pies. I set it askew on purpose. See, I can do this. Whoops. There we go. I keep forgetting the exact keybinds in YouTube Studio, but that's more or less how it works. Throw it out like that. Yeah, like I intentionally put it that way. I sometimes like to just sort of mess with it. How about you? I've also been building an IRL plane model. Oh, okay. What glue are you using? I hope it's not like something dangerous. I'm good. The new challenge of trying to undertake is daunting. Fun to try something new for a change. Okay. Let's just like planes. It's fun for a change of pace. Good. Good, good, good. Changes of pace are always nice. Played a bit of Terraria. Okay. I've been doing a little bit of information gathering, I guess is a way to put it. Just sort of looking at locations I wanted to copy, continue to take inspiration from, that sort of thing. Yeah. Hey, Ben, you're here from the Onipixel. Is this the Jacktherippa? Yes, BR Gomez. Hello, Real Ani and Cody Ledger. Now that I'm 700 million bell rings in, I should take about 6 more months to get 100. Oh my god, 1 billion. Yeah, wow. Oh, wow. 1 billion bells. After what, 2 years of ringing a bell? 1 billion rings in 2 years? Damn, that doesn't feel right. But I guess if you're doing that nonstop, it makes sense. Seen some really, people really pull off this. That looks amazing. Yeah, yeah, you just take your time to wrap your head around it. I don't know what it is about brutalism specifically that like gives me this thrill. But it's just something about it when you have a very clean material like quartz, blackstone, you know, it is textured, but it's not like troublesome. I don't know what the deal is. Like that lends itself, I guess in the real world, concrete would be our our material of choice for this. When you've got a really clean material that just lends itself well to being spread out over a large area, and it looks nice, you know. Glass and concrete have always been, like, they kind of look good to a degree. I don't know, it's all just superficial aesthetics anyway, but you know how it is. Oh shit, unable to do it. Okay. Well, you know, for about an hour's work to get this all outlined and filled in, that's honestly not terrible. Oh, Pale Oak, my darling. Pale Oak, where is you? Where can we get Pale Oak? Oh. I guess we'll just never know. Hello, Red Dalek. Hello, my son, No, I'm not your son. A billion is a big number, I agree. Why do people bother with this server if everything just gets destroyed? Well, Ben, all right, let me ask you a question, since you're so smart. Everything gets destroyed on here. Oops. Okay, so what is the fundamental difference between everything on this server being destroyed and the very last time in your life that you will open up Minecraft? What is the fundamental difference? You do a barrel roll. Ooh, I could, but I don't feel like doing it. But yeah, like, imagine there will be a day where you no longer open up Minecraft for whatever reason. There will come a day where we each open Minecraft for the last time. Okay, so when that happens, what becomes of all your worlds? Let's assume, you know, you've got 5 or 6 really good worlds that you've worked on for years, and they're all single player, so no one can log in and grief them. You know, you don't lose anything. But at the end of the day, when you last open Minecraft for the last time in your life, what's the effective difference? Why play on a server where you'll just lose everything? But you'll lose everything no matter what you do or where you go anyway, right? Everything you are and everything that you've done will one day fade. Oh, you subbed. Oh, I'm sorry, DialectX. I didn't see or hear the sub noise. Okay, well, thank you. I appreciate that. It didn't do the thing that I had expected to hear it do, but oh well. But I appreciate it, Alex. Thanks for subbing. Powder concrete is good. Yeah, but I'm talking about real-life concrete for real-life brutalism. Real-life brutalism uses concrete and glass a lot. Anyway, hello, Molly. So yeah, I ask you, Ben, why do you bother playing Minecraft at all? You're just going to lose your world someday, whether it be a hard drive failure, some other kind of unforeseen thing, some unexpected thing, or you just get bored of Minecraft altogether. Like, you're going to lose your stuff. There's no avoiding that. Ah, damn it. And so, you know, why bother living if all you're going to do is die? Because when you die, all your stuff goes away then too, and that comes for all of us. So again, like, what's the point? What's the point in playing a server if you're just going to lose all your stuff? What's the point in living if you're just going to end up dying one day? And the answer is, it's the journey along the way. It is the story you make for yourself. It is the experiences you have. It is the fun, the connection, the joy, the friends, all of that. That's why we do all these things. The whole, oh, well, my stuff might get griefed thing, that's really kind of just a formality. Like, that'll happen regardless. Loss is a loss, no matter how it is lost. How do you get so many building materials? A guy gave me some blackstone they had because they had a giant bartering farm, or he had access to a bartering farm that was ginormous, and didn't know what to do with all the blackstone. And I was like, I'll take that. I will happily do stuff with it. You know, I'm just going to turn on printer and see if that'll do it. Also, my cam is different. Yeah. I flipped my avatar to the side slightly. That's all. I did that on purpose. Hey, Pounds20, welcome. I'm traveling a lot, and every time I'm only 20, 50 away from trying to touch the server lags. Ooh. And you use up 4 totems? Jesus Christ, dude. I'm so sorry. Yeah, the lag is insane. I don't know what the deal is with that. If your build gets grief, consider it a compliment. Most people just pass by shitty builds anyway. Maybe. I would think people would grief your build regardless, but no matter how good or bad your build is, I would think there are people out there who will grief it regardless of what you do or how you do it. Building a modest home with 2BGT recently. Good to hear it, Molly. Hope it didn't. I hope it gives you joy and satisfaction. Oh shit! I'm walking on patches of. I'm walking on patches of blocks that are not actually there. No wonder the thing was freaking out. Anyway, boat lag exploit? No, surely not. I mean, I know that exploits come and go in cycles, but like, come on now. I guess the difference between playing on 2B and losing everything on single player is that usually single player would allow you to end a build on your terms. I guess? But that's kind of just taking the easy way out. I mean, I guess there's no explicit, you know, there's no written rule that states you have to go out on someone else's terms. But like, I don't know, man. Ah, son of a bitch. Well, it's slowly taking shape again. Maybe I should knock my render distance down a bit. There we go. It's a little bit better. I don't know. It depends. I prefer 2B because it is dynamic and interesting. I've gotten a unique taste for all the crazy, unexpected things that can happen on this server. I guess one of the big trade-offs between staying in single player or whatever is that you don't get to see or experience all the kooky shit that could happen to you on this server. I'll have a video out by the end of the month. It is the 10-year anniversary of the death of Space Valk 1. And Space Valk 1 had some really crazy stuff at it that made it such a memorable base. And just building something like that in single player, I don't feel it would be the same experience, you know? I wouldn't have had inf blocks, I wouldn't have had player heads, I would not have gotten to hold a piece of bedrock given to me through exploits and things that I had no knowledge of prior to them happening. Like, I got to hold some mob spawn eggs, I got to hold lit furnaces and farmland. Like, I got to do a lot of crazy stuff. I got to experience a side of 2B that many people will only dream of. And I still like to think that there are some crazy things on here that you'll, if you stick around long enough, you'll get to see them. Just thinking of the words here. There's no right way to play. Some people like the dangers, others don't. Yeah. I think it's human, very human nature to want to avoid, you know, danger, trouble, controversy, etc. But hey, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Imagine if the GPT had the proximity voice chat of other servers. Ooh. You know, I would actually kind of like that. I don't think it would matter too terribly much. I think it's more the idea of chatting with other people. Like if you went to Spawn, you know, that would be one thing. But like proximity chat for just base stuff, I don't think it would matter. Randomly found Spacewalk 4 last week. There was nothing left. Yeah, I didn't think there would be. Spacewalk 4 was abandoned a long time ago. I can't imagine it's been drawn and quartered at this point. Spacewalk 3 has more stuff at it than Spacewalk 4 does. Again, very shameful how I basically just tread old ground. And I was like, I gotta do something new. And so Spacewalk 5 will be that something new. Hey, Arthur, welcome. Lore of the server is what makes you into it. Okay. Fair. It's an understandable thing to want to go, ah, yes, history. But personally, making history is more interesting. That's just me, though. Need someone to make a Shrieker Skulk Room? What do you mean? Skulk Room. Shrieker Skulk Room. What? In what way? What are you thinking? What happened to the VT cam? Oh, no, I just put it on its side. It's fine. Nothing's happened to it. I wanted to change from the usual up and down, straight, I don't know, avatar. Yeah, check the thing I sent you. God damn it, I keep forgetting to. I'm so sorry. I did not. Ooh, that zombie can pathfind to me now. You know, I wish I had the building wand from that one building mod. It would like let you use up all the blocks in your inventory and you just place a gigantic line. God, I wish I had that. What else can you do? Either that or invite them, hope they're not aggressors. Yeah, I suppose not. Or I suppose so. But what else can I do? I can set backgrounds. I can turn green screening on and off. I can flip the whole thing around 360 degrees. Let me get away from that creeper so that I'm safe. I can do this. Something like that. I'm sideways. I'm Sideshow Bob. I can put it halfway on, halfway off. I actually like this better. Put the name in the description? For what? Responding to Seth. Oh, Archon Retia. Yeah, you're right. I should put the name in the description. There isn't a whole hell of a lot going on here yet. So, I don't think of it as like a... Like, it has a name, but it isn't like what I was expecting. I don't know. It's not ready. Like, I have a lot of expectations for this base, but not there yet, you know. I should probably hang a sign up or some shit so that you know what it is. Shoe reveal. Oh. Bro got a whole body. Yes, I've always had a whole body. Why did you think I didn't? I don't ever have a reason to show it half the time, but you know. It's there, it exists. When will the base be done? That is a question. Don't know when I'll be able to answer that question, however. When will the base be done is probably a year or two out. Won't be anytime soon, that's for sure. Hopefully 121 is coming out, and that will... Fuck, how did you blow up in it? Wait, did that even blow up on stuff? Oh, he did. He blew up some stair. Shit. Thought I could get him before he did that. Just started 2.3 million block project. Yeah, this is a roughly 3-ish million block project. Last I looked at the demands. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot. I worded that dumb. Realistically, how many years? Oh, there's no way to know, man. There's just no way to know that. Does it wear Jordans? No. I don't wear Jordans, no. Why don't I employ slaves to build it? Because I don't trust slave work or slave labor. I'm pretty sure it would not be up to snuff. My standards are extraordinarily high, so I can't say I'd be all right with that. Okay, I'm going to turn off the shaders so that I can actually see a little bit more reasonably in the dark. That's the only reason why you haven't used slaves? No. I also don't want to invite a random person to my base because, well, come on. A slave has to come from somewhere. That's a person, right? More often than not, they will just betray you. So why bother? It would be easier to just do the stuff on my own and have a semblance of safety. Like, maybe. Uh-oh. Server not responding. Am I going to be able to make it? Okay. Hey, Elmo. Technically, Jack has used slaves. That was like a one-time thing at spawn. I've not used slaves to build a base. I've used slaves to, like, give them busy work. Because it was a tumultuous time in 2B2T history. Jack is Converse only shoot... No. Hey, Tavix. Yes, that is a big base. I've made sure to go big or go home. Let me turn off all that so you can get a kind of decent feel for it. The yellow is stuff that is unbuilt, but I will build it, you know, when I get to it. And yeah, I'm pretty stoked. I'm pretty stoked. I will fund the slaves with my kit selling revenue. Okay. Looks like it's halfway there. Yeah, we're kind of halfway there. The thing I gotta do after we've got the front of the base, because this is just a facade. Escape the Jack Rooms 2 will go in this back area, so I've got to, like, build a thing to lead into that. So this is the, this front area will be the entrance to the game. So this will be the way you get in, takes you right to it. We're going to have a lot of bombing and water draining and all sorts of fun shit like that to worry about. Big stash for this? Not necessarily. I'm going to have a giant factory underground when we get 121. I want the autocrafters. I want them really badly. Autocrafting will be the thing. But it is a matter of getting the autocrafter because we haven't updated. What have I changed in the schematic? Ooh. Oh, I don't have any slabs. I have gotten rid of some... I made some material decisions. For example, the base bottom of this fountain here is polished. Blackstone. And originally I had this as regular Blackstone, and the stairs were regular Blackstone stairs. And I decided I wanted to make them polished instead. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I don't know. I made some executive decisions on material types and things of that nature. And that's what I have so far. And yeah, it's worked out pretty well so far. Okay, let me get... Okay, that's an empty box. Those are my Blackstone... Oh, I know. I'll have 2 boxies of slabs. Thank God for the stone cutter, am I right? Did people piglin barter dupe gold to maximize the item variety to get other pearls and stuff? Yes. You guessed it correctly. There is a giant bot automated bartering farm somewhere in the depths of the Nether that many people are running, and they use duplicated gold to, feed the machine, to feed the beast, as it were. And that's where all of my Blackstone came from. I've got like 12 to 15. I can't remember the exact count. 12 to 15 more double chests of shulkers full of Blackstone. So I'm a ways off from running out. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to build the shell here. So I'm not concerned. I'm definitely going to have enough stuff to make it worth my while. I just wish you could take 2 Blackstone slabs like this and plaster them back together to make a full block. That way I can save on slab. I'm just trying to think economically. Is Jared still playing Danger Noob? Kind of. He's really kind of just shit posting. I saw him on Old Lady North earlier. Is my printer settings public? Yeah, Lightmatica printer is public. It's called Ice Tanks Printer. Just curious, but to prevent the base coordinates, you probably unbind F3. Yes, you are correct. Bark. Is 120? Is 112 of the next 5 years? God, I hope not. It better fucking not be. Also, I hate falling through my own damn thing. Is it actually a bartering bot that does stuff or an AFK account? It's a bot. I mean, it's an account. You have to buy an account to get on the server, but it is run through a script, and it's several bots, by the way. It's not just a bot bartering. It is many bots bartering and sorting items, because no autocrafter, none of that. So it's all kind of... Also, Redstone is too slow. The bots run on a script and are so much faster than traditional Redstone would allow for. So that's how they're doing it. Kind of from time to time, yeah. You have mods that spoof your chords. I have mods that spoof my textures, my texture rotations. I have mods that turn them off. I have mods that can randomize chords. I have mods that help me place blocks like you're seeing before you. I have mods that, all sorts of crazy shit like that. Use safe walk. The problem isn't safe walk. The problem is the server will not register a block being placed. And so my client will think it's real, but it's actually a ghost block, and I'll fall off that way. And safe walk will not prevent you from walking on a ghost block and falling through the floor. So that's just the unfortunate nature of the beast. Did I say Jared is hitting on Old Lady North? No. No, I said for some reason he's using Old Lady North's account. I don't know the particulars. I just know that he uses her account. And that's it. I don't really care either. I don't think Old Lady North herself has played in quite a while. No, he didn't publicly announce his behavior lately, showing that he's close to. What? Ellie? Aw. We had a thunderstorm roll through here earlier. And I was convinced it was going to knock my power out, and it didn't. Yeah. But whenever we have that, little girl over here has to run under the bed and get all scared. It's okay, Ellie. Use no glitch blocks in Rusher. That will help you with ghost blocks. I don't think it's ghost blocks in the traditional sense. I don't think it's manageable. It's from the ping lag problem, whatever exploit it is they're using to lag everything. It's from that. Also, I'm pretty sure I have no glitch blocks. Waits for the server block update before placing or removing in the world. Place, destroy, keybind, none. Yeah, like, it's already trying its best, and it still screws up. So, I just don't think there's a remedy here. Whatever the hell it is they're doing to lag the server needs to be cucked so that they can stop lagging the server. Oh my god, cat. Alright, hold on. Ellie is whining a little too much. That was annoying. Anyway, Pop Bob Thunder hacking IRL. I'm pretty sure Lightning and Thunder are not Pop Bob related any longer. You know, over 10 years ago, we had already had Lightning and Thunder stuff patched. And it's so weird to see that 10 years later, that's still an association that persists. It's weird. Thunderstorm remind you of the Ode to the West Winds. Oh, okay. Is it a confirmed lag machine? I don't know if it's a machine or if it's some other kind of an attack. Nobody is really giving particulars. It's just obviously an exploit. But what is it? What does that translate into? What does that really mean? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Nobody is really saying much of anything. Who's Pot Bob? Don't worry about it. So Future's still working. Is there still good dev support? Yeah. Yeah. Future has been a pretty damn good client. The lead developer, or no, I don't know that he was the lead developer. I forget what Ox did, but Ox was recently implicated in some rather unsavory activities, and so he quit and departed. And as far as I can tell, it's still being maintained quite well. So I'm going to keep using Future as long as it is a stable, good, up-to-date client. I have no reason to leave it. You know. How long would it take to build a lag machine? I don't know what machines are good for lagging. You know, if you wanted to make a lag machine, I have no idea what that would ask of you. Oh shit. Stop. I want to get more slab. There we go. I hate having to stop Baritone altogether, but anyway. So yeah, like, I don't know what a lag machine even looks like anymore. Like, Folia has kept the server so compartmentalized that if you're nowhere near spawn, you're gonna get like a constant 20 TPS. Like, I don't see lag in the form of TPS. Whatever lag it is they're doing, it's the network connection itself that they're somehow attacking. But what that is, what that manifests as, I don't know. How they're doing it is still a mystery. Otherwise, we're just kind of having to deal with it, you know? Everyone's ping will shoot up to 10,000 or 4,000 or some crazy number, and then you'll get booted from the server. And it's like, well, how are they managing this? What is actually going on? But nobody's really sure. Not been on 2B in a few weeks. Is the layer lag issue, Hover Dog? Wow. It has been a little while since I've seen you. Where you been, Hover? And yes, the lag issue is, as I said, it's a network ping related lag. Like, my ping is consistently 40 and 50, and then it'll shoot up to 100. Then it'll shoot up to 900. Then it'll go to 4,000, and it will kick me, or it will level out and go back to a normal normal latency. It's bizarre as all hell. Whatever they're doing, it is definitely orchestrated. It's a ping and connection issue. Thank you, Don Dubious. Seems like this is really the first time the server has had a consistent lag since 1.19 released. Yeah, because they know how to affect people's connections. Instead of TPS, like in the olden days, they're just hitting everyone's network latency. So I imagine whatever it is will get fixed, as they always do. You know, these exploits never last. And we'll find out. I don't know. What are you doing if the base gets leaked or griefed? I'll go and make a new base. Yeah, not much else to say, really. Storm Surge got bored of griefing in video games and decided to spawn in a thunder... What the fuck? No. The way you're talking about the lag makes it sound like it's an actual ominous enemy. Well, it is, because whoever's doing it knows they're doing it to annoy everyone, and everyone is suffering. So yeah, no, it is. It's a plague. It's an ongoing threat that has persisted for the last month and a half. Like, I don't know if it's a particular time zone thing, Rooster. It's definitely... I wouldn't say it's around the clock, but it's not like constant, you know? They know to let off for a bit, and then like wait, and then do it a little more. Like, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. Nobody's able to give me an answer as to how this is happening. Popular Robert. I love that, Copperator. That's a funny as fuck way to describe it. Maybe it's Housemaster causing a totem sync? No. No, this isn't that sort of... No, House has no reason to lag his own server. Come on now. That's a little silly. I think this is an exploit that someone's discovered, and they know it bothers people, and they're able to do it because it bothers people. Not really much else to say. Okay, I'm gonna scoop up 3 shulkers. There we go. It's just an annoying thing that is happening because there are people who know how to be annoying. Ah. Where's the skeleton? Oh, shit. Well, I'll have to fix that later. Yeah, there are too many dark spots that can spawn mobs now. I gotten used to how peaceful it was over on the other side because I had slabbed everything off already or lit it up enough. What was the answer, Ben? Never got an answer? What makes you stay on the server every... Oh, I don't know how you missed it. I already gave you your answer. Why do you live if you know that everything will just die? Right? You're gonna lose all your stuff in Minecraft one day. Like, everything goes away. How do you keep going? Well, because what else is there? Seem to have a mob problem? Yeah, it's because of the dark spots here and there. And also, I'm building spots for them to spawn in. And until I get the whole building built, you know, it's just going to be a part of the experience. YouTube has a great scrub back feature. He literally went into the philosophical rant. Yeah. Don't you believe in forever worlds? Why would I believe in something lasting forever when the universe itself is not? The universe itself is not capable of lasting forever. Why on earth would I believe in something as silly as forever? Is the last Space Valk living, or is it still griefed? It's all griefed. There are no Space Valkyrias that have been ungriefed. And I won't build Space Valk 5 until there's an end update. Is this going to be the next 112? I hope not. I'm not saying 120 is a bad version, but like, I don't know. We'll see. Ask BibleBot. Yeah. Ask BibleBot. Of course. What better option do you have? Ask BibleBot. Bedrock is getting a color change in the end lighting. That's just a visual change. That is not an update. That doesn't count. Before anyone with anything even remotely approaching a room temperature IQ pipes up and says, "Oh, but the end lighting is getting changed," that does not count, and you know it. I expect an update to the content in the end, not a simple lighting change. A true end update. Yes. It's almost like a true end update is an actual end update, and that anything else is just, well, it's just trying to save stuff. It's just trying to not do the work of making an end update while simultaneously pretending to make an end update. You know, you want your cake and you want to eat it too, that kind of thing. Like, no, I want an end update. I want there to be new stuff in the end. I want the height of the end to be raised. I want there to be a meaningful change to the way we do things in the end dimension. None of this, oh hey, we'll put some pretty sparkles that will give certain people seizures. You know, we'll do that. And then we'll call that an end update. No, I want like actual stuff. I want the height increased at the very least. Ancient city dimension. If it's well put together and it doesn't feel stupid or empty, unless emptiness is what they're going for. If we can place water in said ancient city dimension, and if we have some way of building a cool base there, I'm all for that. Personally, I think it should be another way to get into the end. I don't think we should have an ancient city dimension. I think it should just be an alternate way into the end. Like a different style of end portal. I haven't noticed, is the height not in the end update? No, it is not. The height is only in the overworld. The nether and the end are still capped at 256. So no, we do not have the height increase that I need to make Space Valk 5. Think the item economy is good? Yeah, I think the item economy is fine. I don't know of any... What would you change? Like, any change you make to the item economy would make everyone upset, so I wouldn't worry about it. Just so long as there is never another dupe again, the item economy will be fine. The item economy is only ruined when there are dupes. If no dupes ever come out again, then it'll be a-okay. That's clever? Yes. I want another end access point that isn't the stupid fucking strongholds. Make the end connect to the ancient cities and maybe make a network much like the Nether. You know? Some sort of another portal network. But maybe don't shrink the portal network. It's just an easier way into the end. I don't know. I must believe there will never be a larger update again. Just shitty drops in marketplace content. Yeah. I'm kind of that opinion myself. I think everything will last forever, including Minecraft. Mojang will send out Minecraft game codes into space for future civilizations to find as well. Sure. There has to be a way to set your spawn in the end. That would be based. That would be so based. I would love that. That would make stash transfer so easy. It would make base making easy. Like, yeah, absolutely, that should be a thing. If there's never an update Minecraft video, I want a full reaction. Sure. CD track from the ancient city makes me feel like another dimension is coming. We'll see. How many more years will Minecraft last? Maybe 10, 15 years. It's hard to say for sure. Modern day Mojang end update. 1 new tree and a couple new retextured blocks. Yep. How many bases of mine have been griefed who randomly found them? A lot more people have randomly found me than I would like to admit. How do you feel about Fit having slowly declined? It's really just expected, isn't it? Like, Fit hasn't put out good content since the pandemic. Of course his stuff's declined. Like, I don't put out good content, and I've seen my viewer base decline. That's mostly because I can't be asked to make videos, but still. Like, did I see Dawn Fear 29? No. When was there another Dawn Fear? I didn't even know they did another one. Dawn, that's gold. Each ancient city portal can take you to a random gateway in the end. Ooh. Although I feel like that would make it really easy to get found. I don't know. Maybe that's fine, maybe it's not. It depends. People want to nerf villagers because they're too OP and ask for... And you're asking for anywhere TP to your bed instantly? Yeah, maybe. Imagine the end converting 16 blocks if possible. No, I don't think it should convert. It shouldn't do what the Nether does. The end and the overworld, if we're going to have a dimensional gap or bridge between the two, it should be 1-to-1. It shouldn't be this big advantage of travel or whatever. It should definitely be... Or actually, it could be the inverse. 8 blocks in the overworld is 1 block in the end. That would be funny. But I don't think this is ever going to happen anyway. I'm pretty sure we're not getting any sort of end update anytime soon. And we're certainly not getting another fucking portal something or another inside of the ancient cities. I don't think that's happening. I'm pretty sure everybody just confused an effigy for the warden with some sort of a frame of portal blocks or whatever. Any tips for clearing chunk trails? Try to build your chunk trails starting in 1.12 terrain. That's really the best advice I can give you. Think there's 2B2T fatigue? No, not really. I think it's just Fit doesn't make good content anymore. Like, you don't have to be a musician to know what good music is, right? To enjoy good music. Likewise, you don't have to make videos to know what a good video is. You know what it is when you enjoy what it is, and not, I traveled down a highway, and then I did this, and then I did that. And it's like, cool, I guess. Why do I care? Because, like, I watched that video, and I saw that Paul Steve did a reaction to it, and I was mildly impressed by how long he could stretch out a highway journey for. But I'm sorry, that video could have been condensed to, like, 12 minutes. It was 5 times too long. It just was. The end would be way too small? Oh. No. 16 blocks in the overworld is 1 block in the end. As in, it's reversed. It's the 8 blocks in the end is 1 block in... No, it's the inverse of the Nether. That's what I'm trying to say. So, like, making any distance in the end dimension just makes more distance in the overworld, which is not special. Basically, I'm trying to make it to where if the ancient cities connect up to the end dimension in some way, you're not going to have someone randomly pop out of an ancient city portal right at your base. I'm trying to lessen the chances of that happening. But this is all horse shit anyway. It's never going to happen. So I'm not concerned with it. We can pray. You can destroy the ancient portal as long as it's 55 netherite. You can do it. I guess. yeah, you would have no way to remake it. So if you destroy the ancient city portals, then I guess you're golden. But if you go into an ancient city really far out, because someone will leave, you know, a chunk trail. If you go to an ancient city really far out and you find an ancient city with the center portion that should have the portal in it, but it's destroyed, that kind of shows you. End movie, you can read my long message from a little bit ago. There's an end update. If there is, you can make one of those 2012 new Minecraft update style videos where YouTubers just place every single block in a row and go over everything. I don't think I want to do that. I read that too, but I tried to break it. But see, that's the whole point. If you try to break an end portal, everyone would notice. But if end portals became that ubiquitous, and then you destroyed one kind of corresponding to your base, that's not good. That's going to give people a bead on your location. The Nether is below the overworld's bedrock. The end is the sky of the overworld. That's why the Nether is 8-1. The closer you get to the center of the earth, you have to walk less distance. Yeah, and that's why I'm saying the opposite would happen with the end. You have to walk a really far distance in the overworld to make a small bit of progress in the end. So it's the inverse of the Nether. That's the going idea. So if you make a lot of progress in the overworld, it's next to no progress in the end, if they end up linking the two. Whereas you would be making a decent amount of progress in the Nether if that's something you know, choose to pursue. Maybe I should get some torches for this. Whoa. Do you eat ass? Hell no. Who the fuck does that? Destroy ones you don't use as decoys. Maybe? But then again, if ancient cities get portals, like, a lit ancient city portal is going to be a giant, you know, red flag. Like, someone was doing stuff here. Someone went into the end dimension here. I should chunk trail from here on out. Like, it isn't really... It doesn't help. You know, it's not going to help hide your base. Though I would love that. The main reason hunters find portal skips in the Nether is flowing lava, which wouldn't happen a lot in an ancient city. That is possibly true. It depends. What is the point of progress in the end compared to the overworld when you can use it like the Nether portal to travel between them? I really don't know, in all honesty. Maybe to go out farther to find more Elytra. Like, I don't know if there's a good justification for it. I'm mostly just thinking thematically. Travel in the Nether is a faster form of travel for overworld travel. But travel in the end should, like, translate farther, I guess? I don't know. You'd have to work it out some. This is a half-baked idea. I don't want anyone to think I'm some genius or anything. I'm just saying, like, it should make sense, I guess. It's tasty, you should try it? No, I'm not going to do that. No, in fact, I will not. Feel like they'd have to make them indestructible? No. If you make an infinite amount of end portals, because ancient cities generate endlessly, they just have to generate under the right circumstances, but, like, ancient cities are easily found. Oh, fuck off, zombie. Yeah, no, I don't think for a second that would be difficult. They wouldn't need to make them indestructible. I'd love to build in the end, but I just don't like that there isn't a good way to get past chunk trails. Yeah, the lack of chunk trailing would be a much needed addition. But I don't know that we're ever going to get a solution to that. Oh shit, I filled this in when I shouldn't have. Oh well, I'll worry about that later. Whew. I think the biggest issue is you can find people. That should be fixed somehow. I just don't know how. What is a proxy? It is a service that allows you to stay connected after you log out. It's a method of staying online and AFKing and stuff and such. It's for more established players mostly. Yeah, it's a simple term. In simple terms, it's just an interface to access another service. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. What Ani said. Give us the option to craft anything, including end portals, spawners, reinforced deep slate, and even bedrock to open gateways. I don't know about some of that. I don't know that any of that really needs to be made accessible, you know? I wouldn't mind a custom end portal of some kind that would allow you to open an end portal wherever the hell. I don't know that it would be worth it, but like for shits and giggles, it'd be cool. I don't know. It may not matter. I've no idea you even patch chunk trailing. Yeah, that's another problem. There's no good way to tackle the issue. How much time have I put into the project? A little over 3 months at this point, or about 3 months, roughly. Yeah, about 3 months sounds about right. I started designing the base in single player back in February. Picked out a good spot for it. Really started throwing things together in late March. And then, yeah, here we are. Got only a few more boxes left to burn through. We're making good progress, I think. Oh, shit. Really kind of wish I could just hold all the blocks necessary in my inventory and then just spit them out. And get the build built. I don't know, I'm impatient that way. The game should clear all the chunks that were loaded for less than 2 minutes to avoid having to store 100 terabytes of world size. Every update or just generate new plant in old biomes. Maybe. There's definitely optimizations that could be made to make Minecraft better. I don't think anyone would argue against that. Is NVIDIA 4060 still a decent card by today's standards? I guess. I don't really know what the hot, popular stuff is at this point. I'm not really concerned because I'm not getting any new computer stuff for a while. Allow blocks to stack to 999 like InDev. Damn. Planning on making cool map art for the base? I plan on displaying a lot of the map art I already have. Making a map art, we'll see. I'm not worried about map art right at the moment because that's an already established base kind of thing. I suppose I could make a time-lapse kind of map art where I just take maps of the base in various stages of completion. Go from there. I don't know, we'll see. make a map art of the base. I could do that. Auto replenish on meteor. Oh shit. Trying to get the uh-oh. I am flying for way too long. Oh wow, 1,698. Yeah, the ping troubles are back. Oh my god, where am I? Stop lagging me. What is even happening? 4,000! Oh no, it's gonna put me in the earth. No, please. It's gonna slam me into the ground. I'm gonna pop a totem, aren't I? Okay, wow. All I wanted to do was fly. Seriously, what the fuck? Why can I not do anything? Nobody can do anything. Okay. I blame those random character accounts. It might be them. Who the hell knows? What other base would I build if this one gets destroyed? I don't really know what I'd do, honestly. Maybe go to another location and try this base style again. Comp games are usually dependent on CPU. I don't know. You mean GPU? Average day on 2B2T, yep. I love that sighing smiley face. That sums up my my feelings quite well. The band hammer has spoken. Well, it sounds an awful lot like the 2B2T hammer has spoken. Good range creeper, so I have no idea if I'm safe. I'm so sorry, Janotriel. Janotriel. However you say your name. Wow. I landed safely. How the fuck did that happen? Okay. Can't sleep, so good morning from Romania. It's 5 a.m. Jesus, Callan. Well, I'm sorry you can't sleep, but happy 5 a.m. Is Potbot a sex offender? I don't believe so, but I wouldn't know. I'm not exactly, you know, an offender database registry. Like, you're asking me a question I have no way of answering. I don't know anything about anyone on that list, so probably not, realistically, because, like, statistically, most people are not offenders. But I don't know. Get safe spawn method saved your life, really. I hope. Hope that's true. Hey, you've been watching my content for a while. Well, welcome, Captain. I don't want to join GPG out of respect for the OGs. That wouldn't be really fair. If 1 out of 10, how would I rate 2B? I like it a lot. It's like an 8 or a 9. But, like, what's stopping you from joining? Nobody will give a shit if you join or not. There's no respect for OGs. What are you talking about? No CPU, specifically CPU L3 cache. Oh, okay. I don't know much about that. So, I only ever hear about people mentioning their GPU. So, I just assume GPU is the big mover and shaker on what makes things work and what games work well. You heard he went to jail. Well, I've heard a lot of things about a lot of people, and 9 times out of 10 they're not true, so your guess is as good as mine. Pawn Stars having an expert to call at any moment is the most random object ever. Yep. Whoa. I got a guy who knows a little thing about 2B2T lore. He can come in and give me a solid appraisal on what this thing is worth. You know, your expert said it was an integral part of 2B2T history, so what are you going to pay me for it? I want $1,000 billion. Best I can do is $20 and a signed book. That feels about right. I fucking miss Pawn Stars. It was like a good show in the beginning, and then it kind of got crappier as everybody began to fame, you know, clout seeking. Like, a lot of people were very hard on Pawn Stars. They tried to troll them, tried to, again, they clout sought a lot. It was really stupid, but, like, there were a lot of fun memes that came out of Pawn Stars. Statistically, a GPG player, the chances are much higher, I guess, but I think that's more a matter of who you hang out with. What circles do you run in? That kind of thing. Good amount of the L3 cache with a decent GPU will give you the FPS you need to compute games. Okay. Let me call my 2BG Einstein book expert. Yes, I'm there for that. Well, I don't know. I mean, you know, there was an exploit years ago that would allow you to spoof any player's name in a written book. I mean, it could be a fake from that time period, but it could also be authentic. We'll have to get our expert in here to find out for sure. I love that. I feel like you can do so many parodies with that. Oh, that's so good. That is a gold mine waiting to happen. One, I haven't got a PC, and two, if I did, I wouldn't know who to hang out with. Well, yeah, those are some pretty big not milestones. Some pretty big obstacles to you joining the server. Do I know of any new groups? No, I don't know of any groups at all. I don't hang out with groups. I tend to keep to myself. GPU is a more graphics, but comp games are faster, so they need CPU cache, which is fastest thing in the computer. Yeah, I get it now. Okay. I would make a great meme about this joke, but the last time I did, I got banned from Reddit. Oh. Well, to be fair, Reddit hates good memes, so that's really kind of a badge of honor, if anything. You'll make history on if you discover an item dupe? Maybe. But I would prefer no one discover any dupes of any kind going forward. Uh-oh. Shulker not shulkering. There we go. Rutro. Reddit is a circle of jerks. You are not wrong. Hey, Owldrell, I have a fake book saying, let me call my expert. Sounds like something out of Pawn Stars. Yes, that was a Pawn Stars meme we were making about 2B2T stuff. Oh, god damn it. Let me take my Blackstone out of my shulker already. If I did join, I'd prefer to make history. That is not an overnight process. If you're going to make history on the server, it's going to take you a long time. I warn you. Mega Pawn Star Shop. That's a future base. Yes! Oh my god. Somebody should make a base on here and just have it be a giant Pawn Stars styled base and parody the shit out of the show and out of 2B2T history at every turn. Like, that would be a legendary base. And then get a bunch of people to, like, wear black leather tunics and have somebody do a base tour, and then have them be the clowns behind the counter trying to, like, do the pawn shop business or whatever. Have somebody come out with, how would you do Rick? Somebody would have to come out with, like, a Rick skin or something. That would be fucking hilarious. God, that would be so good. Why? Dupes are great? Yes, you're not wrong, Bark. They do make the server fun. But long term, I think the server would do better to not have a dupe for a very, very long time. Yeah, dupes do crash the economy. That is the other unfortunate nature of it. I don't know. At the end of the day, whatever will be, will be. Our personal wishes don't really matter. If a dupe comes out, a dupe comes out. That's just how it is. How do you deal with the amount of lag on the server? I know, right? I persevere, you know? What was the phrase? Hold on one moment. Let me find it. Okay. Ah, you think the lag is your ally? You merely adopted the lag. I was born in it, molded by it. By the time I didn't see 20 TPS until I was already a man. By then, it was nothing to me but blinding. Or no, blinding. That word doesn't fit there. By then, to me, it was nothing but too fast or something like that. I was born in the lag, molded by it. You merely adopted the lag. That's a classic. I would probably fill spawn with dirt and normal terrain again. That's not possible. That's a pipe dream at best, and you would need literal creative mode to pull that off in any reasonable time span. Oh my god, I can't open a fucking shulker. Pawn shop that buys illegals? Well, unfortunately, you can't open or trade illegals because the plugin will delete them. Break everything so that there's grass, water, and sand. I don't know. The clown's behind the desk. Dude, it's Chum Lee. Yeah, I know, right? But there were other people working at that shop. It wasn't just Chum Lee. God damn it. Can you still view illegals using a hopper? You cannot touch them in any way, but there are client modules that will let you see the contents of a shulker, and if it still has illegals, it will register them as a 0 stack item. But if you even so much as flinch with an illegal shulker, it goes bye-bye. So, realistically, illegals are dead. It's just how it is. That's how you would make history. Okay. That's a good idea. Except it's not a good idea, because it's not ever going to happen. How's 2BT supposed to update if it keeps fluxing from 0 to 20 every 10 minutes? Whatever this exploit is they have needs to be found and patched. I have 0 ping. How? I think it's pretty obvious that it's just going to keep doing this. I know Lil Kovu. If I had help, it would be done quickly. Okay. Sure. If you think that. If you think help would be the deciding factor, sure. Have at it. The sheer amount of people who've thought over the years that they could revive Spawn is just baffling. You would think people would learn that lesson eventually. I don't know. I think it was bald Chumley, long hair Chumley, and old Chumley. I'm pretty sure there was only one Chumley there, but sure, whatever. It was Rick, his son, his father, Chumley, and like a bunch of other random people who never really got the spotlight. But that was fine. Imagine that people spawning in knowing there's nothing at spawn. If you could completely clear spawn out to where it's just air, no obsidian, no bedrock, or well, maybe you'd have to keep the bedrock, but no water. It's just bedrock as far as the eye can see. That would be something. You would actually be able to accomplish something by taking things away. But restoring 2B2T with spawn, like, do you think you're the first person to think about restoring spawn? Like, ask yourself this. Am I the first person to think of doing such and such? I'm going to restore the Valley of Wheat. I'm going to restore spawn. I'm going to restore Space Valkyria. I'm going to restore insert thing here. Like, you should understand by now that that is part of the problem. Why don't people come together? Do they need to? Is there a reason for people to come together? Because if you can give them a very good temporary reason to come together, they will. But only temporary. People don't come together and do stuff just because. People have to be given good reason. Otherwise, they'll fuck off and go do their own thing. I mean, aren't you like that? Don't you play the game that way? Wouldn't you be invested more in your own, you know, your own projects? Is that wrong? Like, I just think that you're not thinking realistically because you're young and you don't understand how human nature is and you don't understand the server any, and, you know, fair enough, you just rolled into town, so I can't expect you to know. But, like, there are a lot of obstacles in your way, I hope you realize. You need world edit and a diet of meth and Red Bull to pull that off in a reasonable time. I think just world edit would be enough. You would just need to do the / regen command, and that would do it. But like, I'm 90% certain world edit is no longer installed on 2B2T, so I don't think that's an option. Elrich removed the Great Lava Wall at spawn in only 2 nights with 2 other people in vanilla. Well, how nice for him. He removed 1 obstacle. Yeah. What all would you have to remove, obstacle-wise, to restore spawn in vanilla by hand? Well, you need the items, obviously. You need dirt and grass and stuff to actually, do this. You would need to make everyone in the world fuck off so that they don't interrupt you while you're doing it. You would need probably Lightmatica or some way to, like, automate building. So you need Baritone, you need a hack client. You need a dealer or 10 so that you have all the items and stuff. And then, of course, you would need a lot of luck, because there will be people who, once they learn of your plans, and inevitably people will learn of your plans, there's no keeping that secret, they will just simply show up and kill you, because they're going to be able to crystal PvP you way better than you can PvP them. So that's not happening. Also, there's this little thing in the way called the water cube, and the spawn aquarium, and a bunch of other things, and how are you going to get rid of all that? Hello, Black Raven. I'm doing well. Valley came back, but we were in it for years, and it lasted a good 6 hours. Exactly. Exactly. Hey, what's up, Tugboat? I'm doing well. Make peace, not war? I mean, that's easy for you to say if you are of that opinion. Make peace, not war, guys. Why aren't we all making peace? I don't understand. We should all be making peace, not war. What happened? What do you mean that everybody doesn't think and feel that exact same way? Damn. It just doesn't happen. Do I listen to hip-hop? No, I do not. I'm not a hip-hop fan. Damn It Feels Good to Be a Gangster and Slim Shady are the only hip-hop songs that I've ever loved. Every other hip-hop song is just meh. I did actually just roll into town. Yeah, I kind of figured. It's okay. It's not a crime to be new to a fandom or to a thing. But, like, you do have to understand that there are a lot of forces at work that you have no idea about yet. So, like, you can't really be that shocked. People were trying to rebuild Spawn all the way back in, like, 2011. Like, that tells you how far back Spawn was really, truly griefed beyond salvation. It just is what it is. Remember the giant peace sign from old Spawn? Yeah, I'm shocked that that thing lasted as long as it did. But notice how it's not there anymore. It didn't last. None of these things do. You keep your plans secret? You can't keep things a secret. That's the point. If you go to Spawn and you started renovating it, you would start by having to remove the water cube. The moment that happens and you start making progress, people will take note and go, wait a sec. Why is this no-name new person trying to remove the water cube? Oh, well, whatever. Let's just put it back. Oh, well, let's just find and kill him. Oh, well, let's figure out where his stashes are and squash them. Like, very quickly, any effort you make will just be discovered, and quickly they will falter. It's just not going to happen. New friends don't get killed at spawn as often as before. They usually get decent items for sustainability. Yeah, that happens as well. But, like, it's not a matter of, oh, well, here's some items. It's simply a matter of you're not going to achieve anything at spawn. The only reason the spawn aquarium stuff has lasted is because water is the single greatest anti-griefing tool ever made. But only accidentally. Built a world eater 10,000 blocks away and I traveled to spawn on a minecart. It'll remove water, lava. Okay, yeah. Yeah, if you can keep it going and not get griefed part way, I hope you realize that 10,000 blocks away will likely just have someone stumble across you while you're building it, but let's assume you can throw it together real quick. You realize that people can just land on it and break it, right? And kill you in the minecart. Like, It's not gonna happen. Do I like classical music? Yeah. I love classical music. Good classical music is very, very, like, underappreciated nowadays. Gustav Holst, Jupiter, Bringer of Joy. Oh, favorite piece by far. Pastoral, Beethoven's Pastoral is pretty damn good. Tchaikovsky's pretty good. Oh, you known about 2B since 2011. Wow, you should have joined sooner. You could have been a feature of the server. You could have had an impact. Me and my group go around spawn and protect newbies from other CVPV peers. Now that is the best effort you can do at spawn for peace. Yeah, fair enough. But there are times when you and your friends aren't online, aren't in there? Yeah. Just is what it is. The only way to clean up spawn is to make a queso enter the server and turn into a black hole. He'll devour spawn. It's because queso is fat. It's so funny. The Imperial Japanese played 2B and revolutionized bed bombing. Oh, really? Cool. I've also noticed that the Imperial Japanese are no longer around. I would do all this, well, at least try if I had a PC. Oh, you didn't have a PC, no wonder. Do I listen to all the planets? I've even listened to the fake planet, Earth. Gustav Holst never recorded one for Earth. He never made one. Or not recorded, composed. But Neptune isn't bad. Mars is amazing. I love Mars, Bringer of War. Mercury isn't too bad. Venus is pretty good. Venus, Bringer of Life, I believe it was. Jupiter is still the best. And there's Saturn. Saturn and Neptune and Uranus are... they're decent. I'm still, like, blown away by Mars and Jupiter the most. And again, the fake Earth that some other guy made like 10 or 15 years ago. It's up on YouTube. It's a surprisingly good rendition of Gustav Holst's style. Man, 14-year can't get a PC. That's okay. Life is nasty that way. Oh, you're a huge classical fan too. Okay. Stream your own practice earlier, but no one joined. I'm sorry. That's okay, Ani. You didn't have a PC and you still don't. Oh. Well, you'll just have to get a PC at some point. You know? I feel bad for people who don't have a PC or who don't PC game. You're missing out on so much. Saturn's ending is beautiful. It's not bad. I still think Gustav Holst knocked it out of the park with Jupiter the most. But he still did an excellent job with the other three. The other three gas giants, that is. Oh, I guess 4. Well, no, other 3, not including Jupiter. So Uranus, Neptune, and Saturn. But yeah. You get the point. Do I only use Future? Yes. I've tried to combine with Rusher. I'm just too lazy. I don't care. I'm happy with Future as it is. I don't see a need to muck around with another client, you know? I know Meteor and Rusher are good, but try and build the Mushroom Kingdom. Sure. What am I building after this? I am building an escape game called Escape the Jackrooms. It is based off of Decked Out 2, if you know anything about that. It is a sequel to my very first game on here called Escape the Jackrooms. It'll be a backrooms liminal space escape room in which you have to solve puzzles and get out alive. And other things like that. Should we wait at least another 6 years to make an even 20? Oh, okay. Use Future. I already read that. Another base, yeah. Do I listen to Svrendov? No. King of Russian Classical? I'm sorry, no. Tchaikovsky and... oh, fuck. Am I mixing? So I've listened to a lot of Mussorgsky. I love Night on Bald Mountain, and I love Pictures at a Museum. Rite of Spring, wasn't that... That was Stravinsky. I knew I was mixing them up. Tchaikovsky isn't bad. Stravinsky is better. I like Rite of Spring. And Modest Mussorgsky. I don't really know much about Svirdov. Sorry. What did Svirdov compose? My furnaces are now in the end like sky lanterns. Ooh, okay. Well, good, Cody. I hope your furnace project makes people go, what the fuck? I wonder if they'll notice that that's your next big thing. Are you still placing signs? Or is that just furnaces now? Yeah, like Jupiter and the Piccolo part for Uranus sounds fun. Yeah. Russia, I'd say, is better for movement and future for PvP. Okay. Well, I've had good experience with future, so... Beautiful music you're listening to, right? Well, it was made by the crazy German Mister in 1938. I don't believe that. I don't think the crazy German man, you know the one, I don't think he composed any music. There's no movement I dislike. I like them all. Yeah. I found a really good metal cover of both Rite of Spring, Jupiter, and Mars by a guy named Daniel Parrish many, many years ago. I've gone back and listened to some of his other stuff since. I posted Stravinsky yesterday. Sgravian and Medner are better. Is it true about everyone hating on Fit because of how many people he made come to 2B? Yeah. People hate that he's drawn so much attention to the server. How in the fuck did that guy not burn? He was out in the open. I mean, this guy not so much. He's got a canopy still. Empty shulkers. 2, 3, 4. And then we'll get a fifth one. Since I started stream, I've already converted Spawn Lava Cast into a roller coaster. Cool. Hope it lasts. Things like that almost never do, but you know, it's the thought that counts. Wow. Cool thing about furnaces and containers is that nobody uses them aside from shulkers, and that their UI name also changes when you open them. Yeah, you can rename a furnace to whatever name you want to name them. I'm pretty sure that's what Cody is doing. Pictures at an exhibition. I'm sorry, Ani. The translation that I got years and years ago, shortly after the Russia War, it was a YouTube video. It's since been taken down. But it was pictures at a museum or something like that. Obviously, that is a mistranslation or something of the name, but you get the point. Ah, fuck. I have a friend that plays Jupiter at concerts. It sounds amazing. Wow. Yeah, I can't imagine how that must sound in person. I only have my recordings. Yes, I'm still placing signs. I placed furnaces on the floor in 2022 and 2023. Ooh, are they still there? Did they last? I've been watching Fit for 6 years now, and I think he makes a good impact on our history. That's a bit of a controversial statement, I won't lie. That's definitely an assessment. I don't care if it gets griefed, rails are easy to do. Yeah, fair. But, like, you won't be able to ride the rails. What is the rarest item on 2B? Probably a signed book by someone famous like Etika. I'm pretty sure Fit has that still, though I don't know what account he has them on any longer. First Elytra is pretty rare. Yeah, that's a good point. I have the first Elytra. Don't know what I would do to, like, top an Etika book. I'm pretty sure Fit has the most, like, impactful thing. Minecraft is the most awesome game ever, asked Grammar. Yep. Some of the furnaces players picked up and relocated them to different locations around the map. Don't they retain their names? When you place a furnace after it's been named, doesn't the furnace retain its name that you named it to? Dedicated Wham. Hey, you shut up about Wham. Wham was a good band. They woke me up before they went. It does, okay. Cool. So you can tell where Cody furnaces are, or what furnaces were Cody furnaces. I guess. Okay, almost up to that edge point there. God. Alpha was right. Doing this with Fast Place does make it go by a little speedier, but holy shit. So the furnaces player already read that. Well, you have to admit, Fit did add a certain mix into 2PTT history. Without him, it would still be good, but it's a little stale. I think that's more the fact that right now, in the post-COVID era, things are just so different. It doesn't feel like it's... I don't know. I can't put my finger on what is different. Just that it is different. Here's hoping we still have more crazy fun history, but I don't know. The sheer number of people kind of makes things not so memorable anymore. Why do humans use air fryers instead of going back to furnaces and smokers? Because we have electricity in our houses and burning things is not always easy or ethicable. Ethicable, that's it. It's not always efficient to burn shit in an oven like a wooden oven or whatever. Like they have an electric oven, but realistically, you know, most people don't do that for a reason. It's not ethicable to do that. It's not efficient. You love Fitz old base tours? I wish he'd do that still. That alone would be like a breath of fresh air. Different like how? There are way too many people online. 630 almost players. Like, with that many people, you don't know who's who. And the thing about making history is that history is a series of relationships from one person to another, from one person to the next person in the chain. And if you don't know who any of these people are, you're not making any connections with them. And so history is a lot harder to make, as it was defined previously. And by that, I mean history in the same vein as, 10 years ago. Pyrobyte giving me bedrock from a backdoor he'd had 2 years previous. Like, you're not going to see crazy shit like that happen again. You're just not. Pizza is a specialty because you can make a pizza in a wood-fired oven that's specially made for that. But, like, your average person doesn't cook via wood-fired oven. People just don't do that. It's not efficient. Also, Zvridov, what life was miserable. He was born when Russia became communist and died when it no longer was. Aw. Damn. That sucks. I guess. Base tours on Tubi would be infinite content for him. I don't know why he stopped doing it. He's phoned it in ever since the pandemic, so I don't know. Like Shostakovich Piano Concert number 2. Oh, you like that? Okay. I don't know what that is, but okay. I guess you need to do something that would make people raving, like fixing Spawn. Maybe, but even that isn't likely to get you very far. What I have chosen to do is to do crazy, unique, redstone-driven experiences that nobody else... Because, like, everybody's made a base. That's not special anymore. People have made crazy bases, amazing bases, you know. Base making in and of itself isn't good enough if you want to get noticed. You have to do unique things that no one else has ever done. And nobody has made really crazy redstone-driven experiences. Like the escape room that I'm going to make. It's just different. A barbecue, that's also different, man. Charcoal is not the same. Propane is not the same. Not really short-lived. His childhood when Russia was an empire. Ah. You need to kind of like revolutionize and redefine what all you can do on 2B2T. And what you can do on 2B2T is now a shockingly large amount of things. Just earlier today, I was talking to a guy who was like, hey, if you need tropical fish for a build, I'm your guy. I'm specializing in tropical fish. And I looked into tropical fish. There are thousands of different styles of tropical fish. There are more tropical fish than you can see stars in the night sky with your naked eye. Like, it's crazy. That's the level of innovation you need to rise to. Be like the fish guy. Go out, breed and capture tropical fish of a certain species, and then make deals with people to give them a shulker of buckets. A shulker of buckets of that tropical fish. Like, it's fucking crazy, but it's something you can do. What about Feinberg? I don't, or Feinberg? I don't know anything about Feinberg. Sorry. You're specifically talking about birth and death during those times? Oh. Annie Mayakovsky, and Mayakovsky was born way before the Red Revolution. Oh. I don't know a lot of these names. I'm just winging it. So. Sorry. Yeah, tinkering outside the box. Exactly. That's the point. If you can think outside the box and do a thing that no one else is doing, that's how you make history. And it has to be impressive. If it's not impressive, people won't care. Like what Cody is doing, putting 1,000,000 billion signs in every fucking corner of the world. Yes, it's a little annoying and people don't necessarily like it, but it's something everybody is aware of. That's a step. The furnace thing, that's another step in the right direction. Like, it's doing a thing, fulfilling a niche that no one else is doing. And it's interesting. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. Get out of here, get out of here. Whew. I didn't expect to jump onto a zombie and a creeper. Agility. Saskatosh. Fuck, I can't read that name. Whatever. Was an adult when the Red Revolution happened. Oh, okay. Crazy experience of the jack rooms is to not get insane by trying to understand what, uh-oh. After walking for 3 hours without backseating. Yeah. How did Skim pass the end all those years ago? How did Skim pass the end? What? I don't understand the nature of your question. Yep, Cody's Smile 11 was indeed you. Cody is doing what graffiti kids do by filling the streets with their tags everywhere, just the Minecraft sign is the least readable. Or is at least readable, yeah. It's a step in the right direction. I don't know for sure if it's like long-term viable. I mean, Cody's been doing it for 2 or so years now. Or no, sorry, for almost 4 years. But I don't know. How did you skim past the end of all those years ago? Your phone is doing a little bit of trolling it. Okay. Skim past the end. What do you mean the end? The dimension? Skim past the end of what? What are you referring to, Capty? I also placed Minecraft signs of my names on the streets. There were no portals. Again, the end of what? The end of the world? The end dimension? Skim past the end. What does that mean? You're gonna have to go into a little more depth here. I'm not sure what action you're implying. Currently building a 120 scale of Las Vegas. Wow. On 2B2T or somewhere else? Did I find a backdoor portal to the end dimension? Ah, okay, that is way more clear. Thank you. Yes, we did. XCC2 had one. A few other places and people had one. For a time, you could access the end dimension through a backdoored portal, but that was it. And then eventually, Housemaster disabled the end, and then he re-enabled it by making his own portals and made a brand new end map. And that's the current one we have now. Yeah, there were no portals, exactly. There were some backdoored portals, and that was it. You guessed correctly. Should listen to the Snowstorm 9 tracks. Okay. Will do, thanks for the rec. It's really peak classic. Interesting. So it will be on 2B. Okay, I'd love to see 2B2T Las Vegas. Las Vegas. I almost said lost. How did the portal get there? Yeah, it was backdoored. People placed the blocks and then put the Eyes of Ender in the portals. That was how. Like, it really isn't any more complicated than that. It's just people had these backdoored items from Pop Bob and friends. Multiple people were involved with that first backdoor, not just Pop Bob. And so they all benefited, spread their items around. Pop Bob didn't like that and would later go on to betray everyone for it. And that's how a lot of these end portals stuck around for a while. And then eventually House got sick of the end being illegal because he was very strictly, you know, anti-hacking, vanilla-only type stuff. And then he shut down the end dimension. I lost my first base. And then when we begged him for the next year to reopen it, he just made a brand new dimension entirely, and here we are. And that was 12 years ago. Actually, yeah, come to think of it, the end dimension opened again in 2013. What day in, what May? What part of May was that? That was in May. Let me go and look real quick. 13. I know Shadow Gnome, Tristan, XCC2, and I want to say Talo was there to do it, but I could be wrong. It's been a while since I checked. It was sometime in May, I know that. Well, I have a screenshot of it somewhere. I know I do. B2T and let's see if that ends up giving us Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I can't even get YouTube to spit out the original video. I think it'd be what, on Tristan's channel? Yeah, it would be. Tristan. April 1st, 2015. Briefing pop-ups end base. Aha! 2B2T Ender Dragon Slaying. There we go. 12 years ago, yeah. May 11th, 2013. So, that was yesterday. So yesterday was the 10-year anniversary, or the 12-year anniversary of the End Dimension reopening. I didn't say slander the guy who he was to me. May the 13th. Yeah, something like that. You said describe him, not slander him. Well, I hate to tell you this, Capty. Both of those are the same thing. Describe Pop Bob. Yes, that was more or less how it went down. Autistic people make the best programmers for some reason. Yeah. Yeah. They see the world in a strange yet unique way. Remember the first week I logged on 2B around 2019, I found a dupe stash by walking around the 50k block milestone. Cool. Well, you got lucky. It's a wonder no one else swiped it or anything. Before you got there, I mean. Pop-Up did backdooring, lots of shitposting, griefing. Yeah, he was a very unsavory person. I don't remember any good, nice exchanges. He was a shit talker at times. He was very up his own ass, you know. Just was what it was. You have worry in your voice, Jack, when I mentioned Pop Bob. It wasn't worry, I was laughing. I was like, how do you describe Pop Bob without slandering him? The man needs to lose a few pounds, I think. 2019 was the age of fun for 2BTT auto 32Ks and dupes. Yeah. I was not particularly upset about the 32Ks getting out there, but... Damn the slander. I don't know if I'd say Tristan was a good programmer, at least not back then. Looking back, it feels like he made so many incompetent skid mistakes to even knew better at that age. Well, lucky you, I guess. All I know is it didn't, like, matter, because at a certain point, a lot of the hacker people got way, way, way too up their own asses about they could make this or that. Obviously, several of them had backdoored the server more than one time. They just kind of thought they were better than everyone else. I don't know how else to put it. Yeah, fat people are fat. I know, right? Oh, wow. What a shock. Like, Pop Bob may have feelings, but, like, the truth is the truth. I'm sorry. You're also an autistic tech head. Hey, I mean, you know, that's fine. There is nothing wrong with any of these statements in that it is not bad, apart from the health implications, to be these things. You know, it does not make you a bad person to be overweight. Pop Bob was a bad person because Pop Bob was a bad person. Pop Bob being overweight was just a thing he happened to be. I know plenty of overweight people who are not bad people, and I have no problems with them. I would like them to lose weight because obviously bad things, health-wise, happen to people who are overweight. That's not good, but it is what it is. Pot bot touched me. Don't say that out loud. Tell your coordinates? No, I'm not gonna tell you my coordinates. Like Santa Claus. Yeah. Santa Claus is great, but I hope he doesn't drop dead of, heart disease or anything like that. Pop Bob is trans. I guess. I don't really know. And I don't really care either, because that's not It's something I'm concerned with. He is at 0-0, yes. There are zeros, multiple zeros in my coordinates. You are correct. In a way, we could all say that we're at 0-0. Zeros, a little piece of 0-0 lives in our hearts and stuff like that. Pump up in your chat. Okay, now, I don't think that happened. Do we keep in touch with any of the older players? I try to, those who are still around. Aaron, XCC2, Tavix. I don't know that I'd call him an older player. He came onto the server during the Russia invasion, but I got in contact with Tavix again. Tavix was cool. Apart from that, I haven't really seen that many people from way back when. It's a damn shame, really. Oh well. I've accepted that people will just make their peace with the server and they'll go their separate ways. They'll stick around for a while, and then they won't. That's just how it is. Zero Neb told me he's a trustworthy guy. Is Aaron doing better? I hope so, but I haven't talked to him in a little while. I saw him online like 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago, something like that. It's up to you if you want to believe the rumor that running psyops like this is what the nerds do, yeah. You want Santa to drop dead? I don't want him to drop dead, but also he's not real, so I don't know that that's ever going to happen. Santa is a fictional person. I was just asking because I hear a lot of people say it. Yeah, a lot of people love to just parrot whatever thing it is they've heard about. And they don't know the people involved at all. They have no dog in that fight. They have no understanding of the people involved or who they are as people. They'll just say it because someone else said it. Oh well. Santa's cool, but damn, that Easter Bunny is a furry. I mean, he's furry. What'd you expect? Yeah, life moves on for people. Exactly, Tiana. There are so many naked bots that spawn. Probably spamming some stupid shit they shouldn't be spamming. Santa's your dad. Good. Santa is real in my heart. Me too, man. Me too. I'm also a kid at heart. Right. Mm-hmm. Probably. Shit. Okay, how close am I to the dividing line? I'm getting there. It's that line of black stone directly above me. I'm gonna hit that line real soon. Everyone is a kid at heart as much as you don't think you are, so a part of you knows that it's true. Oh, okay. Need to start using Lightmatica? Yeah, it's a pretty fucking awesome mod. I cannot lie. What if the bots are spam pinging players? I don't think that's how that works. I'm pretty sure any bot that would be accused of spam would just be muted. There we go. Piss off, creepers. What's Lightmatica? It is a mod that allows you to create and open all of these schematics. So I can go to load a schematic and I have a bajillion different things. You can go into another, single player world and pick using a selector tool. You can pick I guess think of it like a three-dimensional cube. You can pick the corners of the cube and then convert that selection into a schematic and copy the blocks in that schematic and then build them elsewhere as like a holographic projection. You can also color code the block type in the holographic projection. So mine are yellow. So blocks that I have not placed are yellow. Purple blocks are meant to be air. So like the grass is all purple because it's meant to be air all the way down to bedrock, but I'm not doing that. That's a waste of time. And yeah, like there are a lot of differing things you can do with Lightmatica. It's actually really cool. Since I haven't watched Breaking Bad yet, Jack, you should really go watch it. Okay. I know I should. I know it's a great show and that everybody loves it. Breaking Bad is good, I'm aware. I like Bryan Cranston. Loved him in Malcolm in the Middle. I loved him in all the other things he's been in. Breaking Bad absolutely made his career. But I don't know what it is. I'm a lazy motherfucker. I don't know what else to tell you, man. I should watch it, and I will one day get around to it, probably. But when will that day be? I don't know. I have, my mother has Disney Plus, and she gave me the access to it, and I'm like, oh yeah, Disney Plus, cool. The reason this is relevant is that Disney, I forget when this happened, they acquired 21st Century Fox, and Fox owns The Simpsons. And I've been meaning to watch all the old Simpsons stuff. It's been years and years and years since I've watched, Golden Age Simpsons. I fucking love The Simpsons. Still haven't gotten around to that. I should. I probably will. But when? I don't know. Someday. TM. At a certain point, I will be like, okay, today is the day I start watching The Simpsons, and I'll log into Disney Plus for the first time ever, using the credentials of someone else. And I'll be like, yeah, fuck yeah, I can watch The Simpsons. It's the only good thing on Disney Plus, probably. And then I'll go from there. And then one day I'll be like, I should watch that Breaking Bad show. Hey, my mother has a Netflix thing. I'll just I'll just ask her to use her Netflix login, and she'll happily give it to me. And yeah. Or if it's not on Netflix, if it's on some other, I don't even know what service. I don't even keep track of the damn services these days. There's HBO Max, Peacock, Cock P. I don't know. Too many to keep track of. Way too many to keep track of. I'm not that worried about it. Breaking Bad is most certainly in the backlog, somewhere deep in the backlog. But it's okay. I know that it is good. I know to make a point of watching it at some point. So do not worry, I will get to it. Much like I will build the entirety of this base, eventually, TM, it'll get done. First time tuning in, thank you, Matthew. Whoa. Love a bit of cocking. Shut up, Ben. Shut up. No, you don't. Nobody likes that. Torrenting in 2025? Yes. Absolutely you should be torrenting in 2025. What the fuck are you smoking if you're not torrenting in 2025? Absolutely, positively you should be torrenting things. What are you, retarded? Like, torrenting is about the only way you're ever going to get to keep access to anything in this day and age. I'm not going to give you spoilers, but many people wish they could watch it for the first time again. Oh, yeah. I'm aware of the sentiment. A lot of people want to re-experience certain pieces of media after they've already seen it. And obviously, you can't unknow something. At least, not yet. So I don't know. We'll see. Okay. I should probably keep my head on a swivel in case that mobs fucking annoy the hell out of me. Okay. Can I build this without fucking up? So what is this base inspired by? Ooh. Okay. Half-Life 2's The Citadel. There is this wonderful liminal space game that I played about a month ago called Black Shard. Highly recommend Black Shard. Black Shard is so cool. And some other things of that nature. And yeah, I wanted a really cool, ominous castle, citadel looking thing. A giant keep, if you will. And I wanted to put factories in it, so I'm going to build those underground. And I'm just going to make some awesome shit. So yeah, that's what it's inspired by. The depths of my imagination as well. Some other AI-generated base bits that I saw years ago. Offtopia gave me, for those of you who know who he is, he gave me some AI-generated base building designs. And I thought they looked cool. They were kind of inspiring. And yeah, I'm just kind of going on some stuff. I am one of the angels that comes down and gives you advice. Aw, well thank you. Precious. Too easy to trace a torrent nowadays, yes. Ah, fuck. Little bastard blew up so much chunk of wall. Hello, Link. Where you been? Do I have plans for the interior? Yes, absolutely. The interior is going to be the most liminal of the whole place. Damn it. Okay, right there. I'm gonna have to go remove some excess material. Wish I forget The Sopranos and watch it again. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely another one of those shows I'm gonna have to go back. Or not go back, but I, have to go and see. I mean, I never got to see it. It was always too adult for me. Also, we never owned HBO until HBO Max came out. I will say, HBO Max does kind of kick ass. Kind of. Put some lapis there. There we go. Uh-oh. Welcome back, Timon. You're late? That's okay. Well, that's unfortunate because I'm not going to be streaming for too much longer tonight. I've fallen in love with this show that was apparently on Sci-Fi, and it's super fucking funny. It's really witty. It's called Resident Alien. It's about an alien that lands on Earth who can mimic our biology, sort of like a chameleon or an octopus. And he goes about trying to execute his nefarious plans while blending in, and he is a hopeless bumbler. And it's so fucking funny. Genuinely really funny television again. Bungles his plans to stay hidden. Bungles his plans to destroy the human race. He's just a bumbler. It's really, really amusing. The black and blue color palette is nice. Yes, you don't see it too often. I'm gonna beat you black and blue. And I took that personally. Well, my base took that. HBO's goated. I mean, Sopranos got Band of Brothers. Game of Thrones, yes. The Wire. Damn. Yeah, so many good things I'm gonna have to go and watch. I've seen that show. It's actually pretty good. Thank you. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say thank you. I have no part in it. But you know what I mean. Like, yeah. Thank you for validating my taste. There we go. That's why I said thank you. It was a subconscious thing. Like a Freudian slip. Thank you for validating my tastes. I appreciate it. So, what Space Valkyria are we on? We are on 5, but this is not Space Valkyria 5. Space Valk 5 is in the planning stages in single player. I can show you. I can show you what it'll look like one of these days. Hold on. I want to get this lapis placed before I bounce. The HBO Rome show. Oh, yeah, Rome. Not a bad little historical drama, from what I heard. Space Valk 69. No, there will likely not ever be that many Space Valks, but I appreciate your dedication to the humor. To the humor of the internet. You're everyone's favorite, honey? Yeah. Am I your favorite crackhead? I guess. I'm not answering that question then. It's a little too inappropriate for YouTube. But I can appreciate how funny it is. Can I show it now quickly? Yeah, I guess I will. I'll do this later. Space Valk 3. Go ahead and edit that to 121. 4. Multiplayer. Oh yeah, that was J Money's server. Shrine. Space Valkyria. Here we go. All right, I will show you all Space Valkyria 5. Those who have not seen it. Oh, I need to turn up the render distance. Old version. Bobby upgrade. Okay, so Bobby is attempting to update my world. The cached chunks and stuff. No idea how bad that's gonna be. I guess not that bad. Conversation changer. You're here to change the conversation of whatever we're talking about. What if we weren't talking about anything? What then? How do you think you'll continue to build further on this? Oh my god, I don't fucking know, dude. I know this. I wanted to make more decorations on the arms in a similar style as this. This arm was kind of like a dry run. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. If a piece of gum is 10 calories, does that include just the chewing or the swallowing? The chewing, because you can't digest gum. The gum base is indigestible to the human digestive system. So the only calories you'll derive is from the sugar and additives they put into the gum itself. Why did they name Donkey Kong that way if he's a monkey and not a donkey? If I recall something about... It was something to do with in development, they thought the name sounded cool. It had something to do with Miyamoto not understanding the English language. I've looked into that story before. I don't remember it too well. It's not super important, but yeah. Since it's Inception space, why don't you make it look like it was being torn apart? Because I don't want to do that. I do what I want to do, and that ain't it. Anyway, that is an effect called kintsugi. So, like, one of the arms broke off, and we glued it back together with a giant ton of molten gold. And so that's what that is. I love the runes. Thank you, J-Money. You know what it's missing? What? How long did it take to build? I only built on it for maybe a month and some change. Not that long. It is insane? Well, thank you, Tiana. If you could only eat one food for the rest of my life, what would it be? Fuck. I don't want to eat only one food for the rest of my life. Do fish sleep? Yes, they mostly do. Can you sneeze with your eyes open? I guess. I mean, you could have a device pry your eyes open. That would kind of do it. Was this made in creative? Yeah. Yeah. You think I'd built this in survival in only a month? Come on now. A lot of it was copying and pasting and using other world edit tricks. Anyway, that's pack.png hill right there. Fish do sleep with their eyes open with their... Yeah, while they're asleep, right. Why do we park in driveways but drive in parkways? Quirk of the English language. That's why. If a tomato is a fruit, does that make ketchup a smoothie? Kind of? I guess so. Tomatoes are a type of berry, so that makes sense. Or actually, I don't know. Do smoothies require ice as an ingredient? Is there an absolute necessary ingredient for a smoothie? Because tomato, vinegar, salt, and maybe some other things, that's all that's in ketchup. So I don't know if it qualifies. It was amazing. Old dumb question. That's okay. It's okay. If two mind readers read each other's minds, whose mind are they reading? Well, each other's. Duh. Why is it called a building if it's already built? Because the word building is transitive. It is currently happening. If a building was destroyed, it is no longer a building, it's a ruin. The whole weird English language stuff, why is it called a building when it's already built, right? Why do we say heads up when we actually mean watch out? Because you're putting your head up. You're pulling your head up to look out for what's going on around you. Milk, is that a necessary ingredient? Do all smoothies have to have milk? I would think, but you never know. If a cat always lands on their feet, they don't. I'm just going to stop you right there. They don't. Cats are actually quite bad at landing on their feet. And buttered bread always lands butter side down. It doesn't, but okay. What happens if you strap buttered bread to a cat's back? Nothing. The cat's not going to let you do that. You're going to get clawed to death first. Reply Minecraft1234 if you are not a bot, or I might time you out. Very good point, Ani. Very good point. If you could download your consciousness into a computer, would you still be you? You would still be you in your body, because the consciousness in your computer would just be a copy. I don't think a computer would have the energy to simulate the consciousness. It could just download the data. Also, you're just copying. You're not... Like, you would still be in your body. There wouldn't be any... You know, you wouldn't be moving you out of your body. You get what I mean? Dome reminds you of a galaxy in Super Mario Galaxy. Ooh. Well, thank you. I know that was a good game. If a tree falls in a forest, no one's around to hear it. Does it make a sound? Yes. What happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? They cancel each other out and nothing happens. If you could live forever, would you want to? Probably not. You're going to time this thing out? Okay. If time travel is possible, is time travel possible? And if so, what paradoxes would arise? Time travel is backward time travel, which is what you're asking about. Forward time travel is possible because that's happening every second. Backward time travel is impossible because it would give rise to a paradox, which is the only kind of paradox, which is a causal loop. So no, causal loops due to the nature of entropy cannot occur. Therefore, that's never going to happen. The universe has built-in protection mechanisms to prevent that from happening. So no, you'll never be able to travel backward in time. Information cannot ever be allowed to cause its own creation or its own, you know, to influence its own existence. That's a causal loop. Do I know about the grandfather paradox? Yes, I just explained what that is. It's a causal loop. Commented it on the player dupe vid. Oh damn, that's reaching, man. That's a long fucking time ago I made that. And yes, that's more or less the idea. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Probably not any wood. Maybe small branches. I don't know. Woodchucks are not very large. So whatever is proportional to its own strength, which isn't very much, I would imagine. Woodchucks are not renowned for their strength, so it wouldn't be a lot of wood. Because most trees and most wood, you know, woody plants are sizable. So realistically, no, a woodchuck wouldn't be able to do a whole lot of wood throwing. Still haven't fucking installed this door. These buildings on the towers are the thing I'm trying to make, but on water like an oil rig. Ooh. Okay. How much wood could... Matthew, we've already beaten you to the punch. I'm sorry, man. I've already answered that. I'm also going to have to time you out. Nah, I'm just kidding. Also, Ani, 1, 2, Minecraft 3, 4, 5. Good. Why are we asking Jack really dumbass questions that could easily... Yeah, I know, right? That's the point. It was just meant to mess with us. At any rate, everybody, yeah, you've seen Space Valkyria 5, or at least what I have of it so far. I stole this building from the Disc City on Space Valk 3, so I'm hoping to make use of it at some point. I don't know. Probably going to put this on all 5 of these towers. I got to finish this building here. If I recall, I was building on this, and then I just kind of got bored of it. I don't know. I'm going to come back with some more inspiration to polish it off. Oh yeah, and then Ren, what was it? Rainbow Wren wanted a koi pond and Zen garden here. Definitely gonna have to try and do that. And then more detailing, more stuff on top. You get the idea. So yes, can't wait to see me build it. Yeah, I'm gonna be making it eventually one of these days. So yes, you guys have a great night. I will catch you all later. Make sure to subscribe and like and comment and all that junk, as well as recommend me to your friends. Follow me on Discord. Join our Discord. I mean, follow me on Twitter. Join the memberships for the YouTube channel if you want to support the channel any further. You know, just for fun. You'll also get access to videos when I make them earlier than everyone else, of course. And apart from that, I will see you all tomorrow for more building with Jack. Hopefully the lag won't be so bad on 2B, but who knows anymore? Who knows? Take care. Goodbye.